Hey, how's it going? Thanks for visiting my channel again. This is Mark with Freedom to Be. In case you're new to my channel, this is a platform that I use to share my faith, but also any real-life experiences that I have to help you. So today, what I want to talk about is respect. And anything that I share on this channel, I do my best to pin it down to three things. One, things that I've studied and have immersed myself in and am still immersed in, or things that I have practical real-life experiences with, or things that I've mentored and coached and guided others to be successful. I share this with you. I was a major people pleaser back in the day. I think it's a combination of the culture that I was brought up in, but also my personality, my family upbringing. A lot of it stems from wanting attention and validation, and if I'm honest with you, wanting to be loved and accepted. And so I put up with a lot of bad and toxic behavior, maybe for far too long, because I wanted to fit in. I made a video about this, which is called Stop Being a Nice Guy. And I recommend that you check it out because I explain how to draw these boundaries, or lines in the sand as I call it. Now, the second thing that I've learned is if I'm in a situation that a line has been crossed or lines have been crossed, instead of reacting aggressively or being upset, visibly upset, I think a good first step is non-reactiveness. So you're showing with your body language that it's not something that you're willing or happy to put up with. So say, for example, people are making jokes or people are making jokes about you. What I used to do in the past is I used to join in. I used to laugh along with them at myself. And although it shows that you can have a laugh, if it's clearly something that you're not happy with, or it's crossed that line for you, then you're not obliged to join in, and you're perfectly well within your rights to set that line by showing that it's not something that you're willing to put up with. And that first stance for me is non-reactiveness. Now, it's possible that at this point, people or the person still might not get the hint. And I think you go into the next phase, which is to voice that a line has been crossed. And you don't need to do it aggressively. You can just simply state it. Sorry, mate, that's crossing the line for me. I think however you say it, you need to do it calmly and non-aggressively, but to do it assertively. And the most important thing is that it needs to be done straight away. You can't delay on something. If you feel that someone has crossed the line that you've drawn in the sand, you make it clear and you voice it there and then. Because people will only know that they've crossed the line with you if they're aware that the line exists. And ultimately, you're responsible for defining what that line is for yourself before other people can be aware of it. One thing I struggled with as a Christian is the very clear commandment of turning the other cheek. So when someone has insulted you or hurt you or harmed you, the thought of having to turn the other cheek was difficult for me to understand. It was only until I realized that turning the other cheek doesn't mean offering yourself for further abuse. What it means is that you mustn't have vengeance in your heart. Vengeance and retaliation has to die and stop with you. The buck stops with you. Because otherwise it's just a perpetual cycle of retaliation and vengeance that knows no end. That's when vendettas happen. And when feuds go on and on and on. Now, although I don't have thoughts of vengeance, or I try not to have thoughts of retaliation, it doesn't mean that I can't put a stop to behavior that someone is doing, which is not healthy, is harmful to others, and has crossed the line. So I would say that that would be a good way to approach things, is not to have any bitterness or vengeance in your heart, but to also be quick in putting a stop to behavior, especially if it crosses the line. There's that famous saying of, we train people on how to treat us. We set the bar on the level of respect that we receive by how we communicate our principles with others and how we communicate where the line is. And then doing the best to live our lives in alignment with those values and principles that we've set for ourselves. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel so that I can make more of this content for you. And I'd love to hear your comments as well. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And check out these other videos that I made. Talks about values and boundaries, and setting lines, and defining our principles. I think you'll find it interesting. Okay, speak to you again soon. God bless you.